of Nature Amy, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, for my first video, since it is Christmas time, I thought I would do a quick kind of recap on our family traditions. So, we have a lot of different fun things we like to do for the holidays, and I thought I would mention some of my favorites, things that we've done for years as our family. And the first one I'm going to talk about is our family Happy Birthday Jesus Party. And this came originated with my grandmother, and we did it as kids. My grandmother threw a big party with all of us cousins. I had 16 cousins, and we all celebrated this every year, and it was super, super fun. So my parents have carried on the tradition for their grandkids. They currently have 14 grandchildren, and so we have a big get-together. So we're going to have that this week, or this coming week. And so what we do is we have a birthday party for Jesus, but to make it fun, what we have is inside of cupcakes or in special places inside a cake, we have little figurines that come from the nativity scene. And they're tiny little figurines. And then we have a big and beautiful nativity scene, one that my grandmother actually painted, and it's gorgeous and has these big pieces. They're about like this big, some of them are like this big. And each one of the little tiny pieces in the cake represents a big piece. And so as kids, it's always this big excitement. You're going to open up your cupcake and you dig into it and you see what you get. And whoever gets a baby Jesus is very special, of course. And I've got the baby Jesus a couple times growing up, and that was always really special. And this last year, my youngest, Bethany, who was not even one yet, won baby Jesus. So she's not even going to remember, but we'll have to tell her, you won it your first time. So then we go and we take those pieces and we put them up in the big nativity scene. And it's just a fun time. We sing, of course, sing Happy Birthday to Jesus, and try to make the season meaningful to the real meaning of Christmas. So that's kind of one of our big family traditions that's been going on in my family for generations now. And thanks to my grandmother. And let's see, what another one of our favorite ones is actually right behind me, is our Christmas tree tradition. So we actually go up and cut down our own Christmas tree, and we don't go to a Christmas tree farm. We actually get a Forest Service permit. So the Forest Service in different areas, this is not true of every Forest Service, but near us, the Forest Service has Christmas tree permits, and you can go and buy them from a Forest Service office. They're $10, and go out and collect a tree in certain areas. They give you a big map, and they have, you can cut down pretty much any, they say different sizes of trees, within a certain diameter of tree. So we go out and we collect our tree, and it's always a lot of fun. And once we almost got running off the road because of the snow, it was so bad, and that was kind of scary. We were up with a friend, and they had a four-wheel drive vehicle even, and it just was not staying on the road. Thankfully, we did not die or roll the vehicle or anything, but it was a scary experience. But most years, we have clear roads, and we kind of tromp through the snow and go down and cut the tree, and it's a lot of fun. So that's our Christmas tree tradition. Another one of our favorite traditions is our Christmas book tradition. So this is an idea that's you've probably seen around Pinterest and stuff. And we wrap Christmas books, and every year. So here's one of our books. And we wrap a Christmas books, and I wrap 25 books, or actually sometimes even more. And every night the kids take turns opening one book in a countdown to Christmas until it's finally Christmas. So that's a fun tradition, something they look forward to, and they each take turns every night. Whose turn is it to open the Christmas book? So, and we use the same books every year. Like, these are not brand new books. And I take them, I pack them up, and I put them back away. And the first year we did it, we did not have money to go out and buy new books, and I couldn't find very many at thrift stores. And so I got a bunch from the library, and I wrapped them up, and it worked great. So that also works. So be creative with it. It doesn't have to cost money. It doesn't have to be new books every year. We certainly don't do it that way. We just pack up the books and put them away in the Christmas box, And then they come out again, and the kids are all excited to see which ones they open because they recognize them and they love them. So that's another one of our favorite Christmas traditions. Another tradition we do, this is actually a neighborhood tradition. One of my neighbors and I have been doing this. I think this is probably our 5th or 6th year that we've been doing this. We invite all the neighborhood kids and a bunch of our friends and different people, and we make gingerbread houses. But instead of making them out of like gingerbread, we make them out of graham crackers. So I'm sure you've seen them. And so we get a whole bunch of boxes of graham crackers. I make up probably about 10 times a recipe of a normal amount of the special royal icing. And everyone brings candy, and we all get together, and the kids make a whole bunch of gingerbread houses. And some of them are really creative. Some of them are like falling down, and we usually are falling down because we have some really little kids. And the bigger kids now are getting really creative and doing fun things. One year, my husband and I did this, and we made a leaning tower of Pisa, and we sawed the pieces and made them all into special forms. So it can be a lot of fun. You can get really creative with it if you have some older kids who are able to be creative. But yeah, that's another one of our favorite traditions, and it's fun to get all the neighborhood kids involved and see everybody. So another one, let's see, what's another one of our favorites? Another one of our favorites is actually doing angel tree gifts. And a lot of churches do that. They have like these little angels, and the gifts go. Angel Tree organization works with people who are in prison and who cannot be there at Christmas for their kids, and they can't buy presents for them and stuff. And so people from different churches are able to provide these kids presents from their mom or dad who may be incarcerated. And so every year we buy presents for that. But instead of just buying them, we actually volunteer with our church and donate them, or actually go and personally donate them. So I get to deliver them, which is fun, kind of being a Santa Claus or Santa Elves. And the kids and I get to go to these different places and go and drop the gifts off. And that's just a lot of fun. So if you're able to do that, if you're able to go and actually deliver gifts, I really suggest that because it's so much fun, so much more fun than just dropping them off at a donation center. So yeah, that's another one of our favorite traditions. I mean, we have other ones where we make cinnamon rolls every Christmas morning, and we do other fun things throughout the year, but those are kind of my top favorites. So what are your favorite Christmas traditions? What are some fun things that you guys have been doing? Maybe for generations, maybe you've started just with your kids just in the last few years. So I'd love to hear what they are. Go ahead and leave me a message down below, and that'd be awesome. I'd love to connect with you. So go ahead and subscribe, if you like it, and thank you guys so much for following along. Merry Christmas.